real sure if we're gonna have to change our name from Washed Up to, not real sure, I guess, because I'm gonna go pick up 2010 TRE by Bone modified. Yeah, I know. I thought we were done, and then, you know, the more you look on that internet, you get to seeing those cheap cars, and I mean, just how could you not spend the money to go have a little fun, you know? So, I guess the plan is, this car's already kind of started being converted from an A mod to a sport mod, which is what we'd run it in. Looks like it's pretty much the frame, some cockpit, you know, maybe a few of the things you would need. But I already got a crate motor laying there in the garage. So, I mean, we got that. Really just need to come up with a body, transmission, the right gear. I mean, yeah, how bad could that be? We could surely push the old pit project off just another month or 6. Let's get this B mod going. Get his old grill master. He thinks it would just be a good old time to run against each other. Now, I mean, to me, that's usually the best way to kill a friendship is race against them. It doesn't matter. Somehow, some way, it's like a magnet pulling you two together, and you end up running into each other, and then you got 2 junk race cars, and you both hate each other, and never going to speak to each other ever again, and then you fix your car, and then you go out there and run into each other again. Just it's a broken record. But if he thinks it'll be fun, it could be fun. Wife is super excited about it. So we'll get there and get this thing picked up and see if we can get her slid in the shed before Mama shows up. Likelihood of some of that happening is probably pretty slim, but I did tell her I was gonna go get a race car while she was gone. She laughed it off. Yeah, she didn't take me serious. Well, anyways, get lined up here, get some film of this bad boy, and see how it progresses. Another project. Like them projects, that's for sure.
Well, I may have lost my mind, guys. Found a modified, I mean stock car. I'm gonna go pick up and see if I can put a couple, one of them there rubber donut looking things on somebody's door. Try to fuck their day up. What do you think? Think I can chip it? I mean, stock cars don't do that shit.
About a foot or 2 off the ground.
Alright?
Yep.
Everything's off?
Yeah, we're good.
Alright.
Whatever that bar is. Oh yeah. I think we're gonna end up with this bar though, unless you can.
Easy.
Oh, there you go. Straight. Yeah, we're good and clear now. Now you can. Oh, you can turn back.
Oh, I see.
You're clear of this now, but now you're gonna hit the door on the other side.
Not yet.
Clear?
No, you got about 3 inches. There you go.
Now you are.
What an interesting gig. It's a nice spot otherwise.
First floor.
Yeah, ground level please. Well, finally got her home. Like I said, like any other washed up race car driver, we're not smart enough to get out, stay out. Did a pretty good job, 1 year. I mean, what more could you expect? But I mean, in true fashion, any washed out race car driver would just go into the old sport mod chip burners. But not a bad old car. It's a 2010 TRE by Bone. I kind of remember the rage of those cars at about that time period. At that time, I had a Rage chassis at a West Union, but this TRE stuff, it's built out of Arkansas. But this guy here, it was originally a mod car. That's why you can see the 4-link brackets there. Got a short lower on it. But originally 4-link car, pull bar, be a J bar or whatever up front. And this guy here, he started converting it over to a 2-link sport mod car, IMCA sport mod. So he's got this lower bar, put some underslung on it, bar here for the panhard bar to go back to the rear end. Of course, he doesn't have that. There's nothing really holding the rear end currently side to side in the car other than this pretty ratchet straps there. So gonna have to get something going as far as that goes. Plus got to go to a solid pull bar here, which is not a huge deal. Not real sure what angle and stuff like that, but been a long time since I ran some of these cars, so definitely be a new learning curve getting back into those. So, but at least he has a little bit of the framework done. Like I said, definitely needs a mount over here. I usually put like a climber deal here to adjust the panhard bar height and stuff. So, got to get that welded on. Otherwise, nice ATL fuel cell, ladder down in there. Looks like there's maybe still some fuel in it. I'll really need to. This car's been sitting for about 6-7 years, something like that. So need to get probably need to tear that stuff apart. Look at the brakes. They definitely have a little different design as far as right here. Looks like that rear stub's like bent down, but that's how they build their cars. And they got the rear bumper laying kind of just all goofy. I don't really like that, but hey, car was cheap, so. And cheap is the only deciding factor on this stuff, so. Cockpit, she's gonna need a seat. Got some pretty nice belts in there. I thought maybe it had it. Oh, yeah, maybe it does. Oh, yeah, it does. Has a collapsible steering column in it. Decent set of pedals. Not a nice gas pedal, nothing. No roller pedal there, but an old 4-gauge. Oil temp, something we don't ever need. Typical stuff in here. I don't know what that little bitty hole down there is for. It's for the mice to get in and out, I guess. Some other junk. I don't know what them bars are, but so then up here, it does still have a power steering pump on it, so that's a nice little addition. Didn't figure probably had that on there. It's got the sweet 8-to-1 box on it. You know, that thing's about $700 new. Mounts. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a little bit of a. Man, that looks weird. A little bit of a geometry update on the top here, I think, is what I'm gonna do. That'll look weird right there too. I don't remember these Chevelle frames. This is a 68 to 72 Chevelle front stub on the thing, so they're a little different than the old metrics that ran in the stock car stuff, but just some old Junko shocks, non-rebuildables, So nothing too crazy there. But yeah, maybe do some geometry updates on the front end. Get it to a little something newer that they're dealing with now. Otherwise, hopefully, it'll be a pretty decent car. And maybe be a little quicker build than like a bare chassis like the original plan was. So over here, they've already kind of been doing some whatever. I don't know. That thing looks weird. That cup. Right there looks kind of weird. It kind of curls or something. I thought usually it's pretty straight. But on them old cars I always used to have, they always used to fill this in anyways. Put a plate across here to tie that frame back in a little bit better. But somebody's been kind of doing some welding on it. You know, maybe not their first day, hopefully it was last day of welding, so they'll do a little touch up there. I don't know what they did. Apparently they stripped the nut of the old motor plate out, so we welded something hacked back there together. So we got, actually it almost looks like they ripped it completely out. Right there you can see weld broke. So I don't know what they've had going on in this old girl, but she wasn't real nice to her. Get some more body panels back on it. You know, normal stuff. I did already have in the box of goodies that I got these bolt-on brackets here, and they're just for the 2 links, so they just got the bottom holes. Just the bottom holes. Kind of a nice deal, bolt-on, I guess, but a little different arrangement than what I've seen, I guess. Usually, though, it seems like that they'll have these, and then somebody have bolted on another extension here, put shorter bars on it. Just kind of have a dinger right there, pretty good one. Otherwise, the car's pretty straight, I think. It's hard to tell with it laying down like this with no rear springs in it, but everything looks pretty straight. It's got all the parts, a lot of the parts, the stuff that nickels and dimes you. You know, the fittings on the brake calipers and just all that stuff. I don't really like the whole plastic brake line stuff. Had some problems with that in previous cars, so probably gonna go ahead and run new brake lines, steel brake lines. You see some pedal fade with the plastic, and you also see it rubs, and you end up with a leaky line, whatever, or, you know, just the problems there that you can really take care of with some steel lines. And it really doesn't take you that long to run steel lines, so it's really not worth it, in my opinion, to run the plastic. But people do it. I think it's slick and easy, like the PEX tubing in your house, so it is what it is. But anyways, project. We'll check you later.